Good afternoon. This is Tamara Sweeney from Love Dominates, and it is June 24th, 2023. I am forced to do this video right now. It's actually pretty comical, but I'm going to quick make a video to put the truth out there, because what's going on in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania at Upper Merion Township is just scandalous. It's so obvious. It's absolutely out of control. And I'll explain why. A couple weeks ago, we had filed a police report with Elversion, and Elversion, case number 23-12224. It's in the Upper Merion Police Department. Basically reporting that someone broke into my attic. So we got the run around. We got a bunch of lies from this woman that's in the house saying my sister broke in. Then it was her that broke in. She contradicts herself all the time. Either way, somebody broke into the attic and took my personal belongings, went through my personal things, and are using evidence against me and twisting things. So that's not the important part. It gets better. This woman who is supposedly helping and doing so much for my sister, here's another thing. All of a sudden, my sister's diagnosed with Huntington's disease. All of a sudden, they have paperwork from doctors that my sister was diagnosed in 2016. This is when my parents were still alive. I was never notified. Nobody told me. My sister never told me she had Huntington's disease. I don't believe it. I think they recently did this because my brother is tied into these doctors and are drugging my sister, so she has no clarity. And I feel that they have a guardianship over my sister because they want the house. They want to steal the house. So for the last couple of weeks, I have had people watching the house. So months ago, they started cutting down trees, saying, it's a danger. I can't even believe they cut down the tree. They're fixing things in the house. To me, it looks like, someone's trying to sell the house without me even knowing it. That house is in a trust. It's in a trust. Anyway, today, after all these attempts, I've had another friend, 2 people go by the house. One actually knocked on the door, saw a man answer the door. So this is the caretaker's ex-husband's in the house and her. They're living there for free, and she's getting paid by the state. I forget what she said, something like, I don't know. I don't even want to say, but she's getting paid a lot of money. It's like between $4,000 or $8,000 a month. And she's supposed to be have the best interest of my sister, okay? So their little tactic was to have my sister fill out it's called a PFA, protection from abuse order. So my sister fills this abuse order out, and she says, number one, I physically punched her in the teeth with my fist, okay? And this Carol woman was there. Now, on the documentation, it says Carol King. Carol King is a singer. This Carol Keen is not. So Keihn, Carol Keen Isaacs. But on the documents, they have Carol King. This whole PFA document is a joke. Number one, I was never served. Number two, how does a judge put a PFA on someone who's not even around? I haven't been in the country, I don't think, since 2019, 2020. So how do I have a PFA on me? Anyway, let's just go over some of these facts. They said I punched my sister with a closed fist. So if I did that, to me, they want to get my sister's teeth fixed. So if you claim that on insurance, then, they'll be able to pay for my sister's teeth. Just a thought. They also said I have access to weapons. That's funny, because I don't know of any weapons. They said I threatened to kill her. I forced her to stay in a closet. I'm punching her. They filed this on May 9th, 2022. That's what it says on one page. On the other page, they say they filed it in 2023. So anyway, the reason they did that was to do the divide and conquer between me and my sister, so my sister has an excuse not to talk to me. But I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. So I'm reaching out now so that people know how much I have tried to save my sister, and I can't. They're going to do what they're going to do. These people are filthy, dirty monsters. I would say it worse than that, but I'm keeping it clean. First of all, I was never served. Second of all, there's no affidavit from the judge. Third of all, I get a text. It's from Carol, but it's on my sister's text number saying that, oh, Carol talked me out of it. I didn't file a PFA. So which one is it? Anyway, we called the police today to ask them for a well visit. The first person who picked up the phone was super kind, super nice, no problem. We'll go out, call us in an hour. I'll tell you what happened. I called back in an hour. The tone changes. They're aggressive towards me. They're yelling at me saying that I have a PFA on me. I asked them for proof. They don't have any proof. I told them, how do you know the PFA is real? I said, I was never served. I haven't even been in the country. But they don't listen to that. It's whatever these criminals, you can tell they're all connected. And they stick up for one another. So they refused the well visit. So still to this day, I have no idea if my sister's in that house. I have no idea if they put her in a nursing home. I have no idea if she's dead or alive. No clue. No clue. We also called another person who's supposed to be her power of attorney now for her medical stuff. And she was not very nice because she's been indoctrinated by this woman, Carol. They all believe what she says. And thank God, I have an advocacy group. And it's not just through America. It's through Switzerland. It's through Germany. It's through everywhere. I have submitted my evidence. It's in many people's hands. If anything were to happen to me, it's all coming out. It's all coming out. It's all these judges, lawyers, police officers, and now this caretaker. If you ever watch that movie, I Care a Lot with Cameron Diaz, this is what's happening. Someone put a power of attorney over my sister, meaning they have guardianship probably over her. They wanted me to change the will. They kept saying, you got to change this trust. You got to change the trust. Change it. And they only wanted me to change it so that they could get their hands on all the assets. I want everyone here that has been through this experience to comment. And I want this to go viral because they did this to my parents when they were alive. This is the third home they're stealing. And they won't stop. They won't stop. I want to see if there's anything else I forgot to say. Let's see. Oh, I do want to make this public. First of all, at 283 Thomas Drive, that is my property. We have asked this woman to get out of the house. She won't leave the house. She's still in it. It's her ex-husband, and her animals. And I want her to leave my sister alone. I think they're making sure my sister doesn't have clarity and doesn't know what's going on, and my sister's signing things that she has no idea what she's signing. If anything from this date on, June 24th, 2023, happens to my sister, Upper Merion Police Department is involved. They did not do a well visit. They denied me my rights to check on my sister on my property. So they refused me. And aren't the police supposed to serve us? You should have heard. We have the recordings. I think we'll drop in here the recordings from the police department. Let's see. Actually, this is the other thing. I'm going to escalate this to the highest level now because I know these people and I know what they're capable of. So it's going to be escalated to the next level. I do everything. I submit everything into the courts. I do affidavits of truth. I transcribe everything. And this was recorded because I have other people making the calls. And they cannot believe the way the police treat us here in America. It's unreal. These are people that I no doubt in my mind, sheriff, commissioner, police department, judges, lawyers, they're all involved. And my poor sister is back there with no clue, and they are taking advantage of a handicapped person. That's what they're calling her. If she has a guardianship on her, she's unable to make decisions by herself. So all these people that are thinking they're doing something in the best interest, they're harming my sister, and they will be held accountable. They will be held accountable. All right, I think I said enough, but it's pretty comical. I'm actually going to drop in here Carole King, the singer who wrote that song, We Are Friends or something like that. Maybe I can use her song in the background. And we'll have to find out who this Carole King Isaacs is, who she truly is. Also, any of my friends that are home in King of Prussia, if you can stop by the house, just ring the doorbell, take a video of my sister. I want to see that she's okay, because the police won't do it. So I'll have to have everyone else do it. So I'm going to get a phone chain out there. I'll get some people going by because I want to physically now see my sister. I don't know if she's alive or if she's in there. And I believe the two people that are in there are just fixing up the house to get it ready to sell without my approval, just like they did the other house. So it's pretty comical, but they're very blatant. They're very blatant and very obvious of what they do. So anyone else going through this experience, I know Mary Bush, you're out there. I know a lot of people. Please tag your stories to it. I have about 500 cases in Montgomery County. Same thing. It's just ridiculous. We have to stand up. We, the people, have to stand up to get this to stop. Because they are the criminals, not us. So they will spin the truth to make you look guilty. So they're back there doing a smear campaign, and I'm not even there. I haven't been there since 2019 or 2020. So it's pretty telling. All right. Abba bless. Abba bless you all. We'll see who is on the side of the light and who is on the side of the darkness. But they're using my sister. They're using her. And shame on the people that are using someone that is not capable of making a decision. All right. Love dominates. Please comment and respond. We will have the recordings in here. God bless.